Should be live.
7:29 and 45
We have
seconds.
still some.
7:29.
Okay, the tape is on. Even if you have.
This meeting is being held in conformance with the Sunshine Law. Notice of date, time, and place has been furnished to the record in the Ridgewood News. Notice has also been posted on the bulletin board of the Administration Building. Would the clerk kindly take the roll?
Mayor Giordano.
Here.
Ms. Saracola.
Here.
Mr. Ritchie.
Here.
Mr. Schatz.
Here.
Mrs. Sherman.
Here.
Mrs. Weber.
Here.
Everyone kindly rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us have a moment of silence for all our Walden veterans and all veterans across our country who have given the ultimate sacrifice to keep us free so we can assemble the way we are tonight. And may we also have a moment of silence for all of the people that passed away or were killed in Israel, that peace comes to that country very fast. And that God is following them and watching them. Amen. Good evening and welcome to our council meeting for tonight. First order of business is I would like to thank the council who is wearing pink tonight. We said at our last meeting that the two meetings in October that we have you will be wearing pink. So in honor of the National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And for that reason, tonight I will be doing a proclamation. Whereas October 2023 is the National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and whereas October 18, 2023 is National Mammography Day, and whereas for women in the United States, breast cancer death rates are higher than those for any other cancer besides lung cancer, and whereas about 1 in 8, 13% of women in the United States will develop invasive breast cancer over the course of her lifetime, and whereas it is estimated that 297,290 new cases of invasive breast cancer are expected to be diagnosed in women in the United States, and whereas about 44,000 women in the United States are expected to die in 2023 from breast cancer, women under 50 have experienced larger decreases, which are thought to be the result of treatment advances, earlier detection through screening, and increased awareness. And whereas a woman's risk of breast cancer approximately doubles if she has a first-degree relative, mother, sister, daughter, who has been diagnosed with breast cancer. Less than 15% of the women who get breast cancer have a family member diagnosed with it. And whereas a mammography is the best available method of detecting breast changes that may be cancerous, and that breast cancer deaths could decline further if all women age 40 and older receive mammograms at regular intervals. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Thomas A. Giordano, Mayor of the Borough of Walden, hereby proclaim the month of October 2023 as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Wednesday, October 18, 2023 as National Mammography Day in the Borough of Walden. This will be posted on our website, and we ask anybody who has not had a mammography to please go out and do it. It'll help save lives. It'll make your family realize that if there is something wrong, they can take care of it right away. Also, under my report, I would like to thank Councilwoman Sherman and her committee, the Beautification Committee, doing a great job planting all the mums to make the fall season in Walden begin. She'll be talking more about it under her report. But I would like to thank the Brownie Troop 98323, the girls Grace, Maddie, and Peyton. I met with them on Sunday, and they were here with one of their troop leaders, Katie Wilham, and what they did was they planted the mums that were at the entrance of the building here. for 3 little girls. They planted 12 mums, and also Katie Wilham's husband, W. Wilham, he helped out with his son. They went to, his name is Declan, they went to the 9/11 Memorial and planted mums there. So I'd like to thank the troops. I'd like to thank the Wilham family for stepping up and doing, helping us out. It's always good to have the Brownies, the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and any organization step forward and help the borough of Waldeck beautify itself. Also, if you came into the, when you came into the building, you saw the Eagle Scout project that is 99.9% done. Once it's done, we'll ask the Eagle Scout who took part of this to see what he wants us to do for him. He probably will come in here, we'll thank him, we'll take pictures with him there, and we will he will have his Eagle Scout ceremony, at which time I usually go as the mayor, and we will present him with a certificate honoring him for his Eagle Scout certificate and for helping us in our community. That's all I have to report. Financial Administrative Committee, Mr. Schillero's not here tonight. Fire and Police Protection Committee, Ms. Sarah Cola.
Thank you, Mayor. So the Waldeck Fire Department volunteers responded to a total of 17 calls for service for the month of September. The month of October has to be a busy month so far with 12 calls for service as of 10/7. As stated previously, the volunteers have already responded to 12 calls for service made up of fire alarms, carbon monoxide alarms, a mutual aid request, and a motor vehicle accident. The second week of October is extremely important as it's Fire Prevention Week. Members will be going into the schools in town on Tuesday and Wednesday to teach the students about fire prevention and fire safety. On Thursday evening at 7 o'clock will be our annual Fire Prevention Open House at Fire Headquarters. The 2023 National Fire Protection Association campaign, Cooking Safety Starts With You, aims to raise awareness about the leading cause of home fires and home fire injuries in the United States, which is cooking. Year after year, statistics have shown that cooking is the primary cause of home fires, accounting for a staggering 49% of all U.S. home fires. On Saturday, 10/14, members will be attending the Northwest Bergen Mutual Aid Association Memorial Service at the Bergen County Law and Public Safety Institute in Mahwah. At this ceremony, members that have passed away during the year will be honored. This month, on 10/17, 18, and 19, we have our annual testing on our fire hose, apparatus, fire pumps, and ground ladder and aerial ladder. On 10/20, the members will be attending the Warrior Night Out at the Sports Dome along with the Police Department in Walvac. On 10/21, the members will be attending a course at the Village School given by Jersey City retired deputy on Size Up. Size Up is an ongoing evaluation of the fire scene from when you arrive until you leave. And finally, on 10/28, members will assist with the annual Ragamuffin Parade by helping along the parade route and participating in the trunk or treat at the train station. Now for the police department. There's not a lot going on besides the normal routine. They had a crash on the highway that required assistance of the fire department to get the driver out due to an injured shoulder. They also got a couple of thank you letters that the chief made me aware of, where there was an individual that had a cardiac event and the family thanks our officers for being kind and efficient. I believe Steve and Matt are working on grants so that we can get some of the traffic safety measures in place. And finally, the Warrior Night Out is a couple of weeks away, which is Friday, October 20th from 5 to 8 at the Superdome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Public Safety Committee, Mrs. Sherman.
Thank you. The Waldeck Volunteer Ambulance Corps monthly report for the month of September 2023. They responded to 58 calls that were answered by 21 members. One member went on 32 of the 58 calls. They arrived on scene in under 5 minutes in 43 of the 58 calls, and the ages that they helped ranged from under 1 year of age to 99 years of age. They answered 9 calls to the Bristol. They took patients to Valley Hospital, Newbridge Hospital, and Hackensack Hospital. They had a training on cardiac events on October 2nd at their ambulance corps building. On October 20th, they will be attending the Warrior Night Out that is being put on by the Waldeck Police Department at the Superdome. 10/28, they will be participating in the Ragamuffin Parade. And on 10/16, they have their next business meeting. I spoke with Steve at length and email correspondence regarding the sprint car. Unfortunately, the extra cars that are in the lot right now are not roadworthy. Steve and had a DPW member go over the car in great length and determined it was not road safe. So while the borough does feel it's a great idea to have a sprint car, they will need to wait until the 2024 purchase of a new police car, and then they will be assigned one of the old police cars coming out of service. They certainly are appreciative of the time that Steve and the DPW worker put into this, and they're grateful for the support being shown for this car. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Recreation and Health Committee, Mrs. Weber.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a reminder, the Thanksgiving food drive is still going on here at Borough Hall. That'll be in effect through November 13th. There's a collection basket downstairs in the lobby. Let's see. Also, the styrofoam recycling collection program will be going on this Saturday at the recycling center in town from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's a rain or shine event. And also on Saturday, October 14th, is the clothing and shoe fund drive at the American Legion Auxiliary. That's from 10 to 2 p.m. Also, that's ongoing, will be ending soon, is the Borough of Waldwick 2024 calendar cover contest. I know that there's quite a few middle schoolers that are involved in this, and the deadline is October 20th. You can email your artwork to info@waldwicknewjersey.org. Also, the Waldwick Chamber of Commerce is doing a Taste of Waldwick event. That will be a rain or shine event held at the Hermitage on October 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. The tickets can only be purchased online. You can see any of their social media pages for that. It's $35 per person. Also, then on November 2nd, there's the free rabies and vaccination clinic for animals. That will be at Pavilion B at Borough Park. That's Thursday, November 2nd from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And then there's also a fundraiser for the Waldwick Historical Museum. They're doing a candle fundraiser. I thought that was a kind of a cute idea. And also they'll be sponsoring the Ragamuffin Parade on October 28th. I would just like to thank the mayor for the proclamation in regards to this month being Breast Cancer Month. Unfortunately, my family's been touched by breast cancer as my grandmother had it, but I also was diagnosed in November of last year. Because I started having mammograms at age 40 is really the main reason why they caught it. I was diagnosed at 49 years old. If it had not been for those mammograms, I'm not sure how the disease would have progressed. But I'm doing well, and it's just very important that this disease touches a lot of people at a lot of different ages. So it is important to get your regular screenings. That's all I have. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you for sharing that. Public Works Committee, Mr. Ritchie.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple dates to keep in mind. The bulk pickup this month is October 18th. Yeah. You have to schedule for that. Leaf collection starts October 26th. So the best thing to do is look online. Some districts have 3 pickups, some have 2. That'll be going all the way until, I think, December 21st or the end of December. So just make sure you know, put the leaves out front. Just be careful if you're driving around town and there's leaves. A lot of kids play in them. Try to keep your kids out of them. But, in the event, please avoid the leaf piles. So a couple things, notices that have gone out to residents this past week. You see some hydrant flushing around town, and I think one of the bigger projects ongoing right now is maintenance on one of the water tanks. If you were affected, you would have gotten a notice to say, hey, just in case, we're cleaning these water tanks. It's just preventative. I think the idea is that, quite frankly, no one will even know it happened. If all goes well, you should have no disruption in service. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Steve, or if any color to add, but I think the expectations all will go well.
Yeah, I think you covered it mostly, and just fingers crossed it goes smooth.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, good. So anyway, that's what that notice would have been about. I'll keep it short, Mayor, and there.
That's it? Thank you. Building and Grounds Committee, Mr. Schatz.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I just wanted, there's a few updates we have. The main ones are that there's minor construction. This has to do with the treatment system working. There's minor construction at well 4. They're pouring pads for the tank systems. And then they're also doing prep work at well 3. We also are, just want to let you know that after October 19th, they're going to start having progress meetings, which will get a lot more detailed for either myself or from the administrator. There's also final designs for Brookhaven Park pedestrian bridge are being worked on. They also have the final designs for the ambulance corps they received today, and they'll be reaching out to people to get proposals for that as well. There's also work being done on the new shade structure at the pool. That started last week and should continue with the good weather. We also, as far as the planning board meeting, I had a meeting on the 4th, and we accepted one resolution and we reviewed one application for minor subdivision, which was approved. Also, I attended the environmental meeting, and I just want to point out one thing for environmental, that this Saturday is styrofoam collection again from 9 to 1. So please come out and help that if you can. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Borough Administrator.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple quick notes. There was a resolution for the support submission of an application for the Safe Routes to School program. We can pull that off the agenda. Matthew and I had a meeting with them last week, and unfortunately, given some of the tight deadline for that application, and some of the requirements, since it's a federal grant, we're just not going to be able to go for it this round. It is run every 2 years, so we're just going to prepare for it for the next funding round. In the meantime, there was another grant they mentioned to us that we are going to be able to go for. So I just wanted to note that one. That reso will be coming off. And then quickly, I just wanted to highlight a page on the website that we created just to kind of organize and list out all the events going on in town. So you could visit waldwicknj.org/events and actually download all the flyers for the upcoming events. Usually about a month's worth of events listed on there by date. So it's a nice spot on the website besides the calendar. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Our clerk, Kelly.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2023-305, all documents have been received to approve this limo license tonight. With regards to elections, October 17th is the last day to register to vote, and there'll be late-night voter registration, and my office will be open till 8 p.m. You can come by that night and drop food in for our food bank if you're out and about as well. Let's see, curbside yard waste collection ends this week, so it's the today, tomorrow, or Thursday. Those are the last pickups. Everybody else mentioned everything else I had, so that's all I have.
Thank you. Grant Administrator, Matthew.
Thank you, Mayor. At last meeting, I discussed the CDBG grant with the possibility of applying it to offset the PFAS water treatment. Unfortunately, because the contract's been awarded, it's not eligible as a project. But speaking with Steve, we're going to move forward with installing as many new ADA curb ramps as possible throughout the borough for this year's submission. It's required by the borough over time to make all the curb ramps ADA accessible. And by using funds through this grant program, we should be able to speed that process up a little bit. And that's all from me, Mayor.
Thank you. Borough Attorney, Craig.
Thank you, Mayor. No report this evening.
Are we going to close or any matters?
No items for close.
Okay, thank you. Consent resolutions and resolutions of the governing body.
Thank you, Mayor. Be it resolved that the following resolutions herewith listed by consent, having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Waldwick, are hereby passed and approved. 2023-298, approval of consent. 2023-299, approval of minutes, regular meeting September 26, 2023. Policy vote A, Golden Club requests to utilize their unused budgeted funds of approximately $1,210 to help offset their Christmas party. 2023-300, award a fair and open contract to Route 23 Automorph for the 2024 Ford F-550 utility truck in the amount of $73,160. 2023-301, refund of security deposit per terminated cell tower lease. 2023-302, authorizing execution of homeowner program agreement for Waldwick Home Improvement Program with Eric and Caitlin Rubenstein for property located at 23 Douglas Street. 2023-303 is not going to be used. 2023-304, resolution of the Borough Council of the Borough of Waldwick in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, covenanting to comply with the provisions of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended, applicable to the exclusion from the gross income for federal income tax purposes of interest and obligations issued by the Borough of Waldwick, authorizing the mayor, municipal clerk, chief financial officer, and other borough officials to take such actions as they may deem necessary or advisable to effect such compliance and designating a $6,114,000 bond anticipation note dated October 10, 2023, and payable October 10, 2024, as a qualified tax-exempt obligation pursuant to Section 265B3 of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 as amended. 2023-305, authorize amendment to AutoCab license for DJ Limo LLC. 2023-306, authorize release of dumpster escrow for 17 Waldwick Ave. 2023-307, authorizing waiver of permit fee for the Borough of Waldwick for the annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony. And 2023-308, payment of vouchers.
Do I have a motion and a second to accept? Motion by Mike, second by Katie on the question. I just wanted, the Golden Club, their request, policy vote number A, letter A. Every year, they usually have some funds left over, and they always ask us if they could use it to offset their Christmas party, which we're doing again this year. Also, when we start doing our 2024 budget, they did ask for a little bit of little more money in their budget that we give them. So we'll look into that, and I can't see why not. They're an organization that many of the all of the seniors in our town, you probably are there. And it's good to see them coming out and enjoying each other's company. It means a lot for them to get out the days that they do, to come to join together. During COVID, it was hard for them, and now everybody's back to normal. So I think when it comes time for them to ask, they never ask for a lot, but what they ask for, I think will help them out with that. And also the dumpster, escrow 2023-306. Anytime you have a dumpster put on your property for any work, you have to have some money put into reserve. Once you finish your project and everything is all right, we refund you back that money. Anyone else? Clerk, please take the roll.
Ms. Sericola?
Yes.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Mr. Schatz?
Yes.
Mrs. Sherman?
Yes.
Mrs. Weber?
Yes.
Okay, we have no public hearings. We have no introduction of ordinances. Any unfinished business on the council? Yes.
Thank you. I just want to thank you for mentioning the beautification work over the weekend, but I'm going to go into some more detail on it. We planted 36 mums on Saturday. The weather held off for us, and we were able to complete our project. You'll notice that all the Welcome to Waldwick signs, we planted mums, and we planted them on the clover leaf as well as the public safety building. So it looks really pretty. After we planted all of those mums, we started working at the public safety building where we weeded the property. It was a huge undertaking that we had to go back on Sunday to complete the work. So all total, we spent about 6 hours working at the public safety building. We filled 3 large bags of weeds, and we cut back a lot of the greenery, and now all the stonework is visible. We trimmed the weeds from in between the commemorative rocks, and it really looks very pretty at the monuments and at the 2 signs at that building. So I wanted to thank the beautification committee members once again for their hard work and dedication to the beauty of Waldwick. It's appreciated. Maybe this is under new business, I'm not sure, but, do we have an ordinance on the books of landscapers blowing debris into the roads? It's becoming a huge problem, not only when you're driving down the road and your car is pelted with lawn debris because they don't stop blowing, but they're making the town look terrible. When they blow it out into the street, all it does is blow onto their neighbor's property. And not everyone has a landscaper. So if landscaper's work is blowing onto someone else's property, I don't think it's a very nice gesture. The landscapers could certainly blow it onto the property they're working at instead of blowing it into the road. It creates the same end game of your lawn looking clean if they do it properly. If we don't have an ordinance, I think perhaps a letter to the residents telling them that they're responsible for their landscapers not blowing yard debris into the road. I think we have to stop it. It's not good for the town.
You know what, instead of sending a letter, we should just, if we don't have it on record, people look into it tomorrow, we should adopt it.
Looking at our code, we do have an
We have
ordinance
it.
on the book. There is one.
I know Joe one time, up where the first 7-Eleven is, Four Corners, somebody was, their landscape was blown into the woods, and Joe went and gave them a ticket.
Yeah, but
I think we're gonna, but we have to enforce it. We should put it on our website and everything to tell the
Yeah.
public that, please read this ordinance, because if you're in violation, you might be getting a ticket.
yeah, and I think the onus has to be on the homeowner, because if they're hiring these companies that do this, perhaps they need to look at a new company. We have to start enforcing fines or something.
Could you put something on the website?
It's also a hazard to people on motorcycles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
huge hazard.
think of
It's a big roadway hazard. 'Cause they hit that grass and they can dump the bike.
Driving down with like a convertible or
Yes.
windows down, and just
Blow it in arms.
Many of us don't have convertibles, Michael.
Well, that's why I said windows down.
Drive faster.
Any other unfinished business? New business. Just whoever, usually Mike or you, Michelle, go to the Board of Ed meeting, don't go this week. I'm going.
Okay.
I want to talk to them about some issues. They have nothing bad, you know, a lot of thank yous, but I will be attending the meeting. I already reached out to the president and told him that I'll be there. Any other new business? No new business? Okay. Public comments. Anybody from the public would like to comment, please come to the microphone. Only give us your name for the record.
Al Colden. I'm very, very pleased to hear about the month for the women's breast cancer. And what I would want to bring up is 30 years I've been a counselor for prostate cancer. And I've counseled over 3,000 men since I've been doing it. A lot from Waldwick, a lot of men from Waldwick. And now it's starting in men at 35. It used to be 50. No more 50. I've been counseling guys 37, 35. Just get their checkups and they should be okay. Is there any possibility some time during the year of possibly having a prostate cancer month?
Do they have, we could look it up and we could see, and definitely,
Now-
of course.
Yeah, now, the women have this little pin that's pink. They all wear them. And the prostate men have a blue one. which I'm going to give to you.
We, oh, thank you. Oh, you know what, we just looked it up. It passed, it's September. But what we will do is next September, we will have it.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it.
No, absolutely. Thank you.
I've been counseling for Valley Hospital and Hackensack Hospital for 30 years. And, you know, as well as the women having a problem, which they do definitely, the men are having a problem too. And, you know, it's just respect for them.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you.
I mean, I like that word, respect, by the way.
Goes a long way, respect.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Mr. Mayor, can I just say something? Just to point out that men could also get breast cancer. I know a man who had breast cancer, so men, you should be equally as vigilant.
Anyone else? If not, I ask for a motion to say goodnight.